Hey, MUT here. So, a lot of information and kind of indications for what MUT 23 is going to look like, at least on launch, was given tonight. And I'm going to go over, get my thoughts on it. A lot of cards got revealed. We're going to do that. First of all, let's talk about this pre-order. So, you're going to have to pre-order this by the 22nd in order to get one of these cards. Now, this says BND, which is probably like locked to your binder or something. That's normally like the limited or the NAT indicators are down there. That's just the best guess. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be big number denominations because they're going to be giving out a lot of them. That joke fell flat. But not the dumbest thing you're going to hear this year on this channel. I'm sure I'll top it shortly. So, okay, that's the All-Madden edition, 87 overalls, that you're going to have to get, right? I talked about that. You're going to look at this, you can see a baked down ability. Now, the special thing about these cards and why they're going to be so powerful, because 87 overall is good. Rookie premieres are 86 overall, but evasive on his card right here. If you guys remember from my videos on the beta, they nuked the heck out of Juke Move, okay? And it was really good. And then they nerfed it hard and basically became close to unusable. Same with Spin. And what only started to work after that was, these kind of things. So Barry Sanders getting evasive is 3 AP. If you also recall, I talked about this prior to it. All abilities have gone up in AP cost, just FYI, or from what they were last year. So if you see, evasive's 3 AP, but that's just kind of like what it is. Everything's just kind of going up. We got a little ability inflation this year. We'll probably have couple fewer abilities in the field at once this year, at least to start, until we start getting AP breaks like we got last year. So Barry Sanders with evasive. I think this is a good back. He's not big, he's not thick, but I think he'll be very unique on launch and the only guy that can juke people out of his shoes. So it'll be a very rare sight. So people might not be able to handle you because you'll have this when nobody else has it. So that's what I was talking about. They got the Camp Chancellor, or sorry, this is Cooper Cup. We'll do Cooper Cup next. Slot Apprentice. Again, I think he'll probably be the only Slot Apprentice on launch, since I don't think we're getting 90s directly at launch. So we'll need 90 for tier 3 and getting it baked onto him for 3 AP right here. Slot Apprentice is really nice. And in the beta, man coverage was insane. And if man coverage stays insane, you're going to want something to be able to beat it. The problem is with the pass rush and how harsh that was, oftentimes by the time the route apprentice, when I had Hot Route Master on my Tom Brady, by the time the Hot Route post kind of started to break, I was already getting sacked. So it was a tough game, and that's fine. I will say in MUT though, you might get a little bit better chance of making the Slot Apprentice work, because in regs we had a really bad offensive lineman. It was a weird thing. So I will say Slot Apprentice is probably the most powerful ability that we're going to see out of these 4. And the other ability changes, I probably should go over those things first. So we'll also get tier 1, tier 2 abilities because he's 87 overall. Tier 1's come at 80 overall, tier 2's at 85, tier 3's at 90. That hasn't changed. But all tier 1 abilities now are free training, right? They're going to be basically useless. So if you get they're like Homer and other things like that, it's free training. It still costs AP. So that's nice to be able to give us. But abilities have different buckets now. Certain abilities will only go here, certain abilities will only go tier 2, certain abilities will only be tier 3. So it's a little bit less flexible than it was last year, where you could put 99 overall cards, you could put the best ability in bucket 1 almost. So that's changed a lot. And X Factor is now only 100 training to put on your card instead of 500 training for 22. So they keep trying to make X Factors more worth it to us, because X Factors have generally been a big turd since they've been introduced. And you know what, for 100 training, you might as well just throw it on there, because if you don't like it, you get 90% back and you only waste 10 training. It's not a big deal. But again, I just don't like X Factors that much in this game. One, they kind of, and then I will say this, he doesn't have the ability, the route running thresholds too, so you got to take that into account. He does have Slot Apprentice, which gives him the nice posts and corners and whatnot and double moves, but will be able to shake man coverage without being able to get to the thresholds. That's to be seen. Cam Chancellor gets Enforcer for 2 AP, so pretty cheap. 85 speed. The highest speed I believe I saw was 86 out of every single card, including rookie premieres. And so I think this game's going to stop at 86. The thing is, what's kind of annoying about that? You know how like MLB they have guys like El Pruos came out with a card yesterday with 0 speed on it. Okay, 0 speed, and obviously he's not going to just hit a ball and stand still. But like the Madden, like all these cards are so like clumped under the same numbers. It's kind of annoying because there's no separation between certain cards. I know speed's the most valuable attribute there. Well, it is out there, but I feel like maybe in the future they could use the whole scale instead of just like, you know, 70 to 99. I don't know. A little bit of a suggestion for speed going forward, or maybe it's 65 might have been the lowest speed I saw. I don't know, but anyways, it's annoying not to use the whole. You know, you got 0 to 100, you might as well use it. But then they'd have to actually like do something and recode the game to fix some of this. But anyways, this card looks interesting. Zone coverage at 87. I'm not sure there's like a zone coverage break number. There might be at 90. It'll be kind of hard. We'll see what kind of chems we get on launch, if we can get that upwards at all. We also have Micah Parsons here with Lurker. I think they gave him Lurker because he's like an off-the-ball linebacker that sometimes rushes, but they gave him incredible pass rush moves, incredible speed. So really would have preferred a pass rushing chem on the Parsons, but, you know, he'll be able to jump and stuff. Lurker, this is 2 AP on the card. So overall, a neat batch. As for which one I think is the best, man, it really depends on your play style. If you're like a pure runner, Barry is going to be crazy, but, you know, you want like some thunder to match with this lightning, so somebody thick to get a short yard situation, and Barry to kind of pop off big ones. I think a lot of the comp dudes will probably get Slot Apprentice because of how valuable it is. But Enforcer and Cam Chancellor. This Cam Chancellor, like, we'll go through the rookie mirrors. He doesn't stand out that much except for the Enforcer, sadly. And then Parsons is nice, but I don't know what kind of pass rush chems we'll be able to get at tier 2. So overall, the choices, it actually might be Cooper Kupp just through the ability. Even though his stats look the worst, the ability might be the best. And Madden is built around abilities. All right, rookie premieres. Let's go through all of these cards. I think I'm going to do a video where I'm going to rank them. So we're just going to go through them briefly here, and we'll give our thoughts generally. Like you see, 85 speed on an outside linebacker. This card is crazy. He's got no pass rush moves. Pretty good at run stopping. So overall, yeah, definitely going to be a run stopper. Aiden Hutchinson, very slow, but better finesse moves. So I don't know if he's takeable. Chris Olave right here, 86 speed. Like I said, I think that's near the top of the bracket. He does get 80, but really between like 75 and 90 routes are basically all the same. Might be some difference, but those are really the thresholds for route running. Kenny Pickett, this card looks terrible. 78 speed, 83 throw power. Field general archetype, maybe it'll be good. But overall, Kenny Pickett, you know, continues the Steeler disrespect. Breece Hall, 85 speed. This is a nice running back to start the year with. Now, price projections on these 86s, probably about 100K-ish coins right away. You might be able to get them, and they might go up a little bit because we're all going to get them at once. We'll see if there's any sets to get any rookie mirrors afterwards, but I'd expect 100K. Last year, I think we saw like 250K for like Kyle Pitts and stuff, but there were a few rookie mirrors, and they seem to be a little bit more impactful than what we see this year. Of course, we got to see the base ratings for cards before saying anything else. Desmond Ridder, he looks much better, 83 speed and 84 throw power. The issue is, will Improviser or Field General get better abilities at a lower overall? If 85 Field General gets like Pass Lead Elite, then I think Pickett's better if Improviser doesn't. So that's still to be seen, right? So Pickett could end up being more valuable than Ridder just due to velocity chems on the passer, but we'll end up seeing that with the ability buckets. Jalen Tolbert here, a wide receiver, deep threat with only 84 speed, so it's a couple speeds slower than you want to see it. The route running, again, don't show us anything, you know, too neat. Tyquan Thornton here, 86 speed, top number right there. Overall, a pretty good card. Seeing the, like, you know, more stats would be neat, but Danny Gray, wide receivers, a playmaking wide receiver. Playmaking is kind of like, there wasn't that much differences in playmakers versus, what was it last year? Was it route runners? There was like I'd say it's probably pretty close to route. No, it's not. I don't think it's route runner. What is playmaker equivalent to? I guess we'll see. But anyways, the card itself is nice with 85 speed. You see how they're all kind of like looking alike? That is kind of MUT right now. It's sad that so many of them are basically, you know, very similar speed, man coverage, zone coverage. Man to man, you kind of want your man coverage at 90. You're not going to see any 90s this early, so these cards are all going to act very similarly. You're just kind of going to go for like speed, height. Daxton looks really nice at safety. I think the overall strat with a lot of these things is like maybe take a look at the linemen, because you're going to get like auctionable choices and non-auctionable choices depending on how many Rookie Premier packs you did. Obviously, you could go with the NAT versions for like linemen and stuff to kind of get them, because you'll keep the linemen the longest. Like, these cards are nice, but EA likes putting out skill positions because people like skill positions more. So like being able to get like a couple NAT linemen on your squad, and then like, you know, pick and choose which one of your favorite. If you're on a zone scheme, maybe, I don't know, maybe this year strat, because we get more strat items this year, you can get this zone up to 90, then he is incredible. If we can get zone +3 somehow on strat items, this is chef's kiss. Okay. Win free rate here. DT run stop 84 block shed. And he doesn't have a ton of pass rushing moves. Not my favorite DT. I like him thick. Here is like one of the NATs that I was going to talk about. Like right 80s. Not a bad idea on this card. We then have Trey McBride at tight end. 83 speed. It's only 3 speed lower than wide receivers. But, you know, we're going to see his safeties and whatnot at the mid-80s speed, too. So, speed advantages might not be a whole lot this year. It is what it is. Zion Johnson here at right guard. Yeah, it's solid. 80s across the board on Zion. Karlaftis, a little slow, but good power move. I guess him and Aiden are very similar to each other. And it must be the corn of the Big Ten that made him that way. I don't know. They're just reversed, finesse and power move. We got Alec Pierce here, wide receiver, 84 speed with, you know, route runnings don't matter once they don't hit 90. I don't know, maybe you can chem up route running 4. That'd be kind of intense. John Dotson here, 84 speed, nothing special there. I guess I really haven't been looking at their height that much. Height does matter for receivers. And that's something I'll look at when I do my tier list on them or my ranking on them. Channing Tindall, check for that video. Am I going to do that tonight? Maybe I'll have that out tomorrow morning. I'll do that. I'll rank the rookie premier's best ones to get. And I'll look up their heights before then. This one actually looks really crazy, right? The only issue is, like, can he not get Lurker on him? Because Lurker's a tier 3 ability for linebackers. Because that's what Parsons has. So if he can't get Lurker, and linebackers aren't jumping again this year, I'm not sure I like this card. If he can get Lurker, then I think this is a really nice card, right? Getting a linebacker in there that's going to be as fast as like your corners and your safeties, and he can lay the hit power down, I think that's kind of nice. This would be like the best user in the game if you can get Lurker on him. But again, Jordan Davis, okay. The thing about Jordan Davis is he's got no pass rush, right? He's great at run blocking. But his body type is so big. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys played with Jordan Davis during 22 after his draft card. Oh my gosh, it's so cool looking. And he's got 76 speed. This card was sweet. I just feel like that body type, you know how FIFA body types are super important if you ever play that game? I feel like it makes him play above his attributes. He was the only defensive tackle I saw the entire year that literally pushed the offensive lineman back into the quarterback. Now, I've seen a little bit of pass rushing, but mostly it's like sheds and then you get home. This guy actually physically moved the guy back. And maybe it was a rare instance, but I think it was the only time I saw that this year, and his thick body came up big for me there. Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, why need pass rush moves? You can just run through a son of a bitch. Thibodeau here at 82 speed. Not as good as competition. 84 power moves. So, like, I was trying to... Is he better than Karlaftis? I guess I was thinking about Walker right away, but Walker doesn't have a whole lot of power and finesse moves, so this might be one of the best edges at the start, depending on what, you know, overalls we see out of Garrett and Watt. But those cards would probably be much more expensive since they'll be higher overalls and rarer, I'd say, right away, since everybody's getting rookie premieres, and those cards are coming out of packs at a you know, Madden pack rate, which is low. 86 block shed on a run stopping, 77 speed. I don't like 77 speed on my edge. I'd rather have somebody faster, even with worse stats, because you want to be able to stop running backs running to the edge or quarterbacks running away from you. I actually don't like this Quano right here with a 76 finesse. I don't like it one bit. Sorry, I'm going to have to pass. Even though it's a good, decent run blocker there. Furrow? Yeah, he's not as thick as Jordan Davis. He's good. He's okay at stopping the run, but I want him thicker. So Unless you're a Raiders fan and you're running a Raiders team right away. Theme teams aren't that good right away. Maybe 25 out of 50. I'm surprised they didn't show us MUT Master today, by the way. Logan Bruce. 78 pass block finesse. I don't like it. I want all my stuff over 80. Personally. Again, not over 80. Not over 80. He's got the moon helmet. That's for player safety, by the way, in preseason. FYI, if you guys didn't know that. I know RG had questions to help CTE. I think they're actually going to be... Everybody's wearing those in the first preseason game, too. Abraham Lucas. No run block. Dude, some people only pass the ball. If you only pass the ball, this might be like your lineman you want. Jalen Petrie here, 84 speed at free safety. It's a couple speed off, but I think he's a nice jack of all trades right there since he's got 80 all across the board. Roger McCreary. I don't know if you guys see this, but like it does look like speed's been slowed down, right? Across the board, since like we've seen like some very fast guys top at 86. We might start at like 87, 88 maybe for Tyreek, and then kind of go from there, which is a little bit better because usually we start at like 90-ish. So McCreary here, 83 speed, man coverage, 83 speed and 87 man coverage. They don't go together very well, right? If you're gonna be a man-to-man corner, you have to have speed. So this might be the worst one I've seen so far. Brian Asamoah, field general, 88 hit power, 84 speed. Again, the lurker issue comes up. He doesn't have zone. He's not smart enough to play on his own. Block shed 78, so he'll be all right fighting linemen, depending on what they are. But I think that's it. That's all of them. We'll rank them in another video. That's it for this video for the kind of exposure of them to the world. Anything else I got? X Factors, I talked about those. Tier 1 will be free. I talked about that. And almost all of them are 1 AP at Tier 1, except for some O-linemen that have more than 1 AP at Tier 1. But everything else is. And yeah, covered everything. That's it. Please subscribe. More MUT 23 content to come. Take it easy, dudes.